It started as a fun little video app, a place to lip sync, dance, and scroll through comedy clips. But behind the colorful interface and playful music, a silent machine was at work, collecting, learning, and shaping the way people think, scroll, and even feel. That machine was the algorithm, and that app was TikTok. To understand how TikTok became the most downloaded app in the world, you need to go back to its roots. In China, it was known as Douyin, created by a company called ByteDance. At the time, there were dozens of video apps, but none quite like this. Douyin was designed with psychological precision. From the very beginning, it had something most other platforms didn't: a deeply intelligent algorithm, trained not just to respond to your clicks or likes, but to study your behavior second by second. Unlike Facebook or Instagram, Douyin didn't care who your friends were. It didn't need you to follow anyone. You didn't have to search for anything. You just opened the app and it started showing you videos. If you watched till the end, that was a signal. If you replayed it, that was another. If you swiped away after 2 seconds, that told the algorithm even more. Within minutes, it knew more about your preferences than you did yourself. But Douyin wasn't just smart, it was also controversial. It had built-in facial recognition. You could tap on a person's face in a video and find others featuring them. This feature, though powerful, led to legal concerns when ByteDance considered adding it to TikTok. And by default, the Chinese version made people's skin appear lighter, aligning with an ingrained cultural obsession with whiteness and beauty standards in China. Still, the brilliance of the app wasn't just in technology. It was in strategy. ByteDance didn't simply wait for people to discover the app. They launched a 5-step plan that would guarantee viral growth. Step 1. Lower the barrier to entry. On YouTube, becoming a content creator was hard. You needed cameras, editing software, thumbnails, and time. TikTok made it as simple as pointing your phone and pressing record. Filters, background music, and visual effects were built in. You didn't need talent. You just needed a few seconds of your day. Step 2. Challenges. ByteDance studied the internet's most viral moments, including the Ice Bucket Challenge. So they introduced simple challenges anyone could do. No creativity required, just mimic a dance, a prank, a pose. Suddenly, millions of people were participating in the same trend, giving the app endless, fresh content. Step 3. Give users a taste of fame. On Instagram or YouTube, it could take years to go viral. TikTok changed that. New users often saw their first or second video blow up. They would get thousands, sometimes millions of views overnight. It felt magical. It felt easy. And most importantly, it was addictive. Step 4. Bribe the top talent. While the general public played with challenges and filters, ByteDance went behind the scenes. They reached out to creators with large audiences on other platforms. They paid them to post on TikTok. They visited art schools and recruited good-looking students. ByteDance wasn't just building an app. They were building a culture. Step 5. Nurture relationships. For the biggest creators, TikTok gave more than just exposure. They provided managers, career advice, and even personal support. Some creators were helped with their homework. Others received emotional support during breakups. TikTok made sure their stars had everything they needed to keep creating. The results were explosive. Douyin became a phenomenon in China. Competing apps tried to imitate it, but none had the precision of its algorithm. The more users scrolled, the better it became. And because the algorithm was self-improving, it created a feedback loop that no rival could match. With China conquered, ByteDance set its sights on the world. In 2017, they launched the international version of their app. They called it TikTok. Now they had a new challenge: compete with global tech giants like Facebook and Google. ByteDance did what no one expected. They did everything. They poached top engineers and marketing experts from Google, Facebook, and YouTube by offering higher salaries. They paid influencers on YouTube and Instagram to switch to TikTok. They poured billions into ads, sometimes spending as much as $3 million a day. But perhaps their most powerful trick was free marketing. TikTok made it easy to repost videos on other platforms. Every video shared on Instagram or Twitter carried TikTok's watermark in the corner. Even if you didn't have TikTok, you'd seen its content. The watermark became a badge of relevance. It was viral guerrilla marketing on a global scale. They used micro-influencers too. People with just 5 to 10,000 followers were offered deals to become TikTok creators. Many were struggling to grow on YouTube or Instagram, so they eagerly switched. Later, ByteDance upped the ante. They paid top-tier influencers, even celebrities. According to reports, one major influencer was paid $1 million just to post a single TikTok video. Their most strategic move came when they acquired a floundering app called Musical.ly. It had a strong user base in the US, especially among teens. ByteDance merged it with TikTok and imported their powerful Chinese algorithm. Overnight, the quality of video recommendations skyrocketed. Former Musical.ly users initially complained, but soon they were hooked. By now, TikTok was growing faster than any app in history. But then something happened, something even ByteDance didn't expect. The world shut down. The COVID-19 pandemic forced billions of people indoors. Bored and anxious, they reached for their phones. TikTok became the #1 destination for escape. Families made dance videos together. Kids taught their grandparents how to lip sync. Nurses in hospitals made uplifting skits. The app saw record engagement, with users opening it up to 8 times a day. In some countries, people spent more time on TikTok than YouTube or Facebook. Even celebrities started joining unprompted. One day, the ByteDance office buzzed with excitement. Arnold Schwarzenegger had just posted his first TikTok. No one had paid him. He did it for fun. That was the moment the team realized TikTok was no longer chasing fame. Fame was now chasing TikTok. But success comes with consequences. Governments began to take notice. In 2019, India banned TikTok, citing explicit content and data privacy issues. It was a huge loss. India had over 200 million TikTok users. Pakistan followed suit. The United States raised alarms. Lawmakers accused TikTok of being a potential threat to national security, suggesting it could share user data with the Chinese government. ByteDance tried to calm the storm. They insisted that TikTok operated independently of Douyin. They stored global user data in servers outside of China. They appointed American CEOs and hired lobbyists. But the questions didn't go away. Who really controls TikTok? Where does the data go? What else is the algorithm learning about us? Psychologists compared TikTok to a slot machine. Every swipe is a gamble. Will the next video make you laugh, cry, or feel seen? The app exploits a vulnerability in the human brain. The infinite scroll keeps you from stopping. The short video format creates constant stimulation. It's dopamine on demand. TikTok also introduced subtle behavioral nudges. If you press the back button, it shows you a new video instead of exiting. You have to double tap to leave. It's a tiny design choice, but it keeps people trapped. Many users admit to spending hours on the app without realizing it. It doesn't just steal your attention, it eats your time. But the true power of TikTok lies in what it collects. Every second you watch, every time you pause, every frame you replay gives the algorithm more fuel. It doesn't just know what you like, it knows what you might like before you do. This predictive power is what made TikTok unstoppable. In the end, TikTok's rise is not just a story of clever coding. It is a story of cultural engineering, relentless marketing, psychological manipulation, and global ambition. It is a story about how one company used an app to reach into the minds of billions and reshape the internet itself. And yet this story is not over, because even now new battles are brewing about data, about influence, about the future of attention. TikTok may have changed how we watch, but the bigger question is how it's changing who we are.